example. When things get hard in life, you just keep swinging as hard as you can in your fight. That's our culture.
I promised you we had a plan. Remember that we talked about a plan? The plan was infallible. Part of that infallible plan is getting a team prepared, ready to go, so we start practice. Our coaches know what we got. And there's not one person in America I trusted more than Coach Mick and that staff. Think about this. 130 teams either today, they report, or they've already reported. 130. 16 weeks from now, there's going to be one champion. One champion in our conference, one champion on the side of our conference. And in the country, one team's going to do this. Not 36, not 48, not 44, one. That tells you how hard it is to be a champion. To do right all the time. To know your assignments. To have 11 guys play hard on every snap. That's hard. That's why there's one. I want a hungry team. I want a hungry team. I want a team that can't wait to get out there. Where there's a bunch of players that maybe, whenever you have a new coaching staff, you haven't played much, maybe you're trying to make a name for yourself, you're a hungry football player. I want a hungry team. And last one, most importantly, I've got to coach a few of them. I want an angry team. I want a pissed off football team. I want a team that has a little chip on their shoulder. Maybe something's been taken from you. Maybe something hasn't. Maybe something's been taken from you. Are you a team that's going to go get it? You're the Ohio State Buckeyes. You're an angry football team. You got an angry staff. You got a bunch of guys that are getting ready to start a journey. We're starting that journey tomorrow at 5 a.m. You're a hungry football team, and I'm proud to be your coach. There's a plan in place, right?
Welcome to the Ohio State Postgame Live, man. How you doing? I am your host, Cleveland Mike, man. While you are here, make sure that you hit that like button, hit that share button as well. And if this is your first time here, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Garrison will not be able to make it. He got hung up at work. So you guys will be rocking with just me for today. But we got a great show, man. The Buckeyes go ahead and get another victory to move on. The Buckeyes are now 34. They win against Wisconsin, 34-0, man. And I know some Buckeye fans were sitting there. They're not happy. Some Buckeye fans understand that this is just what we are doing, right? Are there some issues? Yes, there's some issues. Can we discuss them? Yeah, we can discuss them. Let me know in the comments how you are feeling about the game. Give me your game grades. But the question that I want to ask Buckeye Nation is, how do we feel about Isaiah West being running back 2? Because this is something that I've been telling you all for a long time that I wanted us to be working on. Let's work on getting this young man more into the game. Let's see him get more reps. And I know that they weren't leaning or planning on leaning on 2 freshman running backs at all, but this is just where we're at right now, where we're definitely leaning on 2 freshman running backs. And to be honest, I have no issues with it. Isaiah West, he's not going to just fall down at the first sign of contact. So, again, welcome to the Ohio State Postgame Live. Make sure that you are hitting all of those super chats. You can hit the super chats, the live chats. Shout out my guy Don B in the chat as well. But we also, at the end of the show, I go through on YouTube and I check the rankings and see who our top fans are for the show. The way that those rankings go is who's commenting, who's in the live chat, who shares, and it keeps up with all the algorithms. So by the end of the show, we'll be checking who our top people are for the show, man. And my guy Aaron says, I feel confident with Isaiah West at running back 2. I definitely agree with you. Shout out my guy Don B. And we got the Jesse Davin saying special teams coach needs charged for war crime. And here's the thing. We don't really have a special teams coach. I mean, we have like a special teams analyst, but he's a future Buckeye, right? So do you really want to give him the war crimes and the whole thing that Ryan Day has told us about special teams is this is a very collected effort, right? A whole collective effort. But while we're speaking on special teams, let's also talk about some bright points. And I want to say that Brandon Ennis is starting to find his own as that punt returner. So shout out Brandon Ennis. Now it does seem that he is battling an injury, but he continues to go out there, fight. One thing that we always knew about Brandon Ennis was he is a dog, man. And then we'll get to talking about Zone 6 a little bit later. We also seen Jake Fielding miss another field goal. I believe this one was shorter than the one that he missed last week, the 50-yarder. But again, missing the field goals. And then the homie Jesse, what she's really upset about is you allow the punter to run for a first down on 4th and 19. I seen Bobby Carpenter tweet and said a punter making a guy miss or missing a tackle on a punter is crazy, and I think it is too. Like, this is the Ohio State defense. You're here to play defense. No way can a punter be making you miss a tackle. So that's something that young man is definitely going to have to work on. Shout out to homie Jam. But again, like I told you all, the question that I guess let me go ahead and put it in here is, how do we feel about Isaiah West at running back 2? So let me know in the chats. Now, I already got my guy Aaron has already commented, but I see that we got more people in here watching. So let me know how you feel about that. Now, I still feel we have some right guard issues, and we are lacking chemistry on that side. Tegra, one thing that I can say, they did a little stunt, and Tegra didn't pick it up very well. And next thing you know, they did that same stunt, and he picked it up very well. I don't understand why the slow start. Maybe it is a chemistry thing because Tegra played better next to Fryer, who was a right tackle for 2 years, right? So he had been building that chemistry and that trust in him. There has to be some communications in Daniels and Tegra because it looks like the coaching staff is going to continue to push with Tegra. So, I mean, when he's good, he's good. But man, I know my guy Ron feels that it's not going to lead to us not winning a national championship. And maybe not, because honestly, we've seen where guys get better. We've even seen where Georgia offensive line just looks completely terrible. And then all of a sudden, by the end of the year, they're able to get it together. But I'll say this. What I want to say is the issue with the offense was execution. The execution was not there today, especially in the first half. You saw that in the second half. I say middle of the second half or whatever, they begin to go ahead and pick that up and execute a little bit better. But the execution just needs to be there. And that's the one thing that Ryan Day has been talking about. And I know I had said in our group chat that these guys, the way the execution is, I know a lot of these guys want to be able to go home and all of that. Cool, but we might need to have a scrimmage Saturday. We have things to work on. This team, where guys, are supposed to be veterans. I feel like we're having a young mindset on the offensive side of the ball, and we just got to do a better job executing, man. San and JJ, right? It looks to be some chemistry there, some timing issues. It's like when he's throwing the ball to Carnell Tate, he's able to get the ball high, for Carnell Tate to high point it. And I feel the only time that he did that was maybe like third quarter, fourth quarter or whatever, the one in the end zone. And the DB just made a good play because he was just able to push his hand out, which just pushed the ball out, right? But San and JJ, that's something that they need to go ahead and I just believe work on those on those deep routes, work on high point, throwing to JJ's high point, man, because there was a couple where I'm like, JJ would have caught that if he just threw the ball higher. And you could tell JJ, got a little frustrated, but he's a pro's pro. Another one I want to talk about is, man, Showtime got a touchdown, and I thought it was an amazing touchdown, getting the feet in, toe tapping, running basically the side of the back of the end zone as well, and just making a spectacular catch. I believe just Brandon Ennis is going to be coming into his own. A lot of you all that were hating and saying, "Oh, he don't. Somebody need to take his spot." That's not what needs to happen, man. I think that Brandon Ennis is very valuable, and the more that they open this offense up, the more you're going to get to see Brandon Ennis cook, man. And I'm very excited to see it. Now, we got to see our young wide receiver core get out there. They got in the mix. We got to see some Quincy Porter. I heard some people when we had our halftime chat say that Quincy Porter looked bigger than what he expected. I was like, did you not see him at the spring game? Like, dude is definitely massive. We saw how he got Aaron Scott frustrated in that spring game as well. But you also want to give a shout out to Mylan Graham. You see him with the toe tap sideline as well, man. And it's just bright with Zone 6. The future's bright. And also one thing that I love is us getting these guys reps early. You seen Carnell get some nicks. You seen JJ get some nicks. And one thing now I always reference back to is that 2022 Georgia game, when Marv went down, we had nobody else because we weren't repping anybody else to be able to go up and be that next guy up. So, we definitely, I like seeing those young guys get in the mix. And again, it was good seeing Isaiah West. That was the question that I asked you all. So, Jam said, I like West. We had a couple of good runs. Bo West 1-2 punch. CJ can be back inside the 5. I agree. I agree with that, man. Yeah. The entire right side sucked when Padilla was in. It was better. It was a little better, but Padilla, he got to be able to sustain his block as well. One thing that I heard people saying was Julian was holding the ball a little long, but hey, he wouldn't be the first person. We've seen CJ do it as well. You've got to be able to sustain your blocks. This is Ohio State. We're not going to make any excuses. If the quarterback needs to hold the ball a little bit longer and he's throwing to JJ or Carnell, then so damn be it. I have no issues with it. And got to go with my offensive MVP. I know some of you guys will say Julian Sand because Julian Sand definitely had a day, but Carnell Tate had his 100 career reception game, right? To say that, I think is amazing in the 3 years that he has been here, and it's not even over with. And the way that we just continue to roll these wide receivers out is amazing. And I know that people, even some Buckeye fans, had doubts like, can Carnell be a wide receiver one at Ohio State and things like that? And I think that he just continues to show that he can be a wide receiver one at 90% of their programs, or if not 95 to 99% of their programs in college football, bro. That dude is going to be making a lot of money on the weekends. He is moving himself up draft boards. I seen NFL guys tweeting about that catch. You see PFF was tweeting about it. So more NFL people are going to end up seeing that. And also when he goes to draft, that catch from this game will be in that draft highlight, and you'll definitely be seeing that as well. Let's see what else. Julian Sand, man, he had himself a day going 36 of 42. I want to say what it was like. He went, I think he went like over 10 for 10 before he even had his first incompletions. He was 6 yards shy of getting 400 yards in that game. The biggest concern, like everybody knows, is the rushing game, right? That has been the biggest concern. So Ohio State needs to shore the rushing game up. Or I've also heard some people say that screw it, man, will be like LSU in 2019. Or it kind of gives me reminders of 2022 when we had issues and CJ Stroud was throwing 400 yards in games and things like that because the running game could not go. But I just believe the more reps that you continue to give Bo, the more reps that you continue to give Isaiah West, and the chemistry of that right side of the offensive line, once that gets nailed down, I think that we can have more success. One thing that Ryan Day just doesn't want is he doesn't want an offense that you're going to see a lot of tendencies on, right? And it's like, okay, he wants it to be where, yeah, we know we can run left, but if everybody knows we're going to run left, then that's not going to help us because what can they do? Overload the left side. So CJ Donaldson continues to do what he does. Bo Jackson, he has some good runs, but it was just like that one drive where he just kept getting negative yardage because the defense was behind the line of scrimmage before he could even turn that field. We have to do a better job, and definitely our O-line coach, he has to go ahead and make his money. That's how you make your money. Show us exactly you being able to develop, make adjustments, all of that throughout the season. Because Buckeye fans, y'all was very harsh on our previous guy, but one thing that he was able to do was develop through the season and get it going, man. Hey, he was able to get Tegra going. Tegra ain't looked this bad. So, I mean, y'all, hey, the hating don't really work, man. We just got to be honest about our Buckeyes. And I see my guy J-Book just say it's not always about them saving stuff. Sometimes the guys just aren't making the plays and aren't executing, nothing more, nothing less. And I definitely agree with that. That is something that is happening, which I spoke on earlier, was that execution. My guy BTB said they need to kick you out the community for saying something negative about the team. I don't know if he was talking to me or if he was talking to somebody else that might be in the chat, but hey, we're not really being negative. We just obviously gonna always be honest, and it's okay to be critical about your team. Talk about the deficiencies where we're lacking at, because that's something that the coaching staff is talking about and that they're wanting to see as well, right? Defense. How do you like the defense? Let me know. That is my question. Who is your defensive MVP for this game? I don't even really know who mine is, man. I should have thought about this before I started the show. I guess if I'm going to go with a defensive MVP, it's just going to have to be K-Mac. He just continues to be a dominant force every time he is out there. Making tackles in the backfield, just what he does gives, I think, quarterbacks nightmares. It's like, okay, and running backs nightmares. It's like, okay, I just got the ball. Why is this dude pushing the line back into me? So yeah, K-Mac is definitely my defensive MVP for the game. But the whole defense, just as a whole, I don't think that we did anything too crazy, too wild out there. And also, the defense gets their shutout. So, but going into this game, I want to say we were averaging 6.8. So with that 0, man, that goes ahead and take that 6.8 back down. So shout out to the Buckeyes. And I also want to give a special shout out to Ohio's very own Aaron Scott, man. The defense seemed at the end of the game, you seeing the young guys, the freshmen. You saw Riley Pettijohn out there. You seeing Zion Grady out there, Fahim Delane out there, Aaron Scott, Bryce West. I mean, we were just seeing all of the young guys completely out there. I think I saw Jarquez Carter as well. And what was their job? To go get the shutout. You've seen the Ohio State first teamers, the starters going out there encouraging them. Get the stop. Wisconsin seemed like they were just going to roll and keep running the ball and keep getting it, but they end up holding serve. And shout out Aaron Scott for the amazing hit at the end of the game to just let the guy know, hey, ain't nothing. This Buckeye territory, man. We don't do that. So shout out. That's how the Buckeyes got their 34-0 dub, man. Like I said, 394 passing. We only had 97 rushing yards. We gotta do better on the offense. Let's see. Caleb Downs out there had 5 tackles. Arvell Reese with 4. Cade McDonald with 3. I think we could have had Sonny Styles. Shout out to Sonny Styles with an interception. I thought that we also could have had more picks. I see more people are talking special teams in there. Special teams got to be worse in the country right now, right? You said it, not me. I chuckled when they picked up that 4th down. Yeah, I mean, that's all you could do is laugh. I mean, here's the thing. I didn't expect Ryan Day to go out here and try to embarrass Luke Fickell or anything like that. But again, execution, that's something that this team has to work on, has to be some pivotal things. We're going into this bye week. The coaches will probably be on the road recruiting. So, I mean, I don't know. I say screw recruiting. These recruits gonna be coming into town against the Penn State game. I say get these boys right this week. Screw hitting the road. Maybe Ryan Day can hit the road, but all position coaches and coordinators, yeah, y'all need to stay. But before we continue, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of some business. Get your business, product, service, or personal brand to the next level by partnering with the Voice of College Football. See what our partner Win Agency has to say about its partnership experience with us right here on screen. Let's discuss how you can also reach your target market. Contact us at sponsorships at vocfb.com today. Again, that is sponsorships at vocfb.com today.
College football is even more exciting when you've got some action on the line, and the games are even better when you're cashing in. And the Voice of College Football is the place to be to get the greatest value. Start with my picks. 75% against the money line, 58% against the spread, and I've got a 40-plus year track record. 11-0 in the college football playoff for me last year against the money line, 8-3 against the spread. And I'm just the warm-up act. Steve Merrill of Wager Talk is our ace in the hole, show stopper. 7 years with the Voice of College Football, over 30 years in the industry. Steve gives us analysis on all the big games, but you can't miss Steve's weekly under-the-radar pick. 28-12 against the spread the last 3 years. You also get picks from some of our top analysts here at the Voice of College Football, including Corey Bratta, Matt Zemek, and Steve Dace. Check out those numbers. Become a YouTube or Patreon member for just $99 per month. Go to the main channel on YouTube, click join, and then select the betting tier. Do the same thing on Patreon. Make 2025 a winner now.
Again, participants must be 21 or older. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Again, participants must be 21 or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. I hope some of you all have made some money this week, but if you did not, I am sorry for you, man. People probably put money on the Nebraska game, man. I thought Nebraska, they had been looking like they could be a fourth quarter team, right? Nope. Nebraska goes ahead, gets smoked by Minnesota, man. And I think Minnesota isn't being talked about enough. I got a lot of respect for Minnesota, and I'll say this because of the way that they played Ohio State. They didn't come out and say, oh, let's switch things up and change our identity. They were aggressive. They stayed to who they were identity wise. You know, they didn't say, oh, let's go play cover 3 or cover 2 shell and all of this crap. No, they were aggressive. And they gave us looks. And because of them sticking true to their identity and that, I believe that's the reason why they were able to go ahead and smoke Nebraska 24-6, man. That is so crazy. That is insane right now, man. Again, another game that happened if before the Ohio State game was Team Up North at home against Washington. Washington was coming off of a bye. My biggest issue that I said with Washington was, thinking that they would work on was getting that offense together in the first half. And it really didn't seem like they were able to get it together in the first half. They just had issues, had a missed field goal as well. And then I want to say it was like by close to the end of the second when they finally got their first touchdown, and second half completely imploded. It looked like the Carson Beck game all over again. Desmond Williams just could not get anything going. It's crazy that people said that Washington was going to upset Ohio State. I thought that was kind of crazy. Miami also fell short on Friday, 24-21. Everybody was saying that Miami was better than Ohio State. Miami has these creatures that nobody else has. And shout out my guy Ron. If you haven't checked out, he got a tweet out saying going at Josh Pate or whatever, because Cardinal Tate definitely is a creature. That throw was good against anybody, and I don't see no DB going and being able to make that play. Georgia pulls it out against Ole Miss, man. And one thing that I felt about Ole Miss was they didn't have no defense, so Georgia putting up 43 is not surprising. What's surprising to me is Ole Miss putting up 35. This isn't the Georgia defense that we're used to seeing, that suffocating defense out there. Indiana gets their dub 38-13. We just going around the Big Ten. Indiana at number 3. But Indiana will probably be sitting at number 2. What do you guys think? Or do you think that they are going to have somebody else leapfrog Indiana and say, hey, Indiana, we know you undefeated, but your schedule, right? We got to put a one loss ahead of you. Very interested to see what the AP poll is going to do this week, but I'm honestly kind of tired of the AP poll. I'm ready for the college football playoff rankings, man. That is what I'm ready for. So ready for that. Let me know in the chat right now. What team worries you? I'm asking y'all this every week. What teams worries you with Ohio State's performance? What team worries you? I seen Team Up North fans. They are feeling very confident about what they're going to do in the big house against Ohio State. And I'm telling you guys, man, if you as a Buckeye fan aren't confident going in that game, I'm sorry for you. Don't let them Team Up North fans be like, you was worried, you was iffy, you didn't know, you wasn't confident in your team. Be confident. We're gonna put some stats out, some things like that. We're also gonna talk about it, but be confident, Buckeye fans. Yeah, I like what Matt Patricia is doing. I like this team. You could tell the hunger in the defense. And one thing that us Buckeye fans, I remember us saying was just a defense, give them a chance, get an offensive chance, get some stops, right? Get some stops. And I believe that we've been seeing that a lot from Matt Patricia. We've seen where some people would drive us all the way down the field. We couldn't get stopped on a reg. We couldn't force teams into making mistakes, things like that. The only time that we was going to get an interception is because they threw it right to us. That's not what's happening, man. So, but there's also some big time games as well this week. You got Tennessee later tonight at Alabama. That's going to be a good game. USC at Notre Dame is a game. You're talking about the teams representing the Big Ten that could represent the Big Ten. People are looking for that fourth team, right? People wanted to see if Washington could get over the hump and beat that team up north on the road. They could not. They got whacked. So they're out of that. Then you got USC. If they beat Notre Dame, which they say is a ranked team, who probably has the best losses of any ranked team right now, of any ranked 2-loss team, I'll say. Yeah, USC could end up moving up in the rankings. They're currently sitting at 20. They could end up moving up, and if they could win out. But I don't even know. Hold on. It's not even about if they win out. Maybe because they do got to play Oregon. And maybe if it's a close game. Because if it's at Oregon and if it's a close game, then hey, maybe they keep them in. But I know a lot of people don't got respect for the Big Ten. I think the Big Ten should get 4 teams in. The ACC it's crazy. You got Miami with 1 loss in the ACC. But then you got, I think, like Virginia is still rolling. You got Georgia Tech is still rolling. They own their own destiny. And then Louisville has the tiebreaker against Miami. It's like Miami right now with that loss against Louisville kind of put themselves in like 4th in the rankings. So also Miami might miss the CFP again. Because here's what the committee would have to do. If Miami doesn't make it to the conference championship game or whatever, are you going to tell me that the committee is going to punish the team that lost the ACC conference championship? Or what? Or are you going to say, hey, Big Ten, ACC gets 3 in, y'all only get 2 in? Or are they going to say, SEC, y'all got too many losses? This is definitely, the committee is probably going to have their hands, their work cut out for them this season, especially seeing what they're going to do with this ACC. Because, if Miami possibly wins out and then Louisville wins out, and then Virginia, I don't even know, is Virginia even on Louisville's schedule? I'm gonna have to check this out. We're gonna have to get into all of this later this week. But the ACC could be really crazy right now. Oregon is up 14-3 against Rutgers. Virginia is actually tied with Washington State. Let's see if they can pull that out. And some people were saying that Texas could be on upset alert against Kentucky. We'll see. Texas has the ball. They're driving down the field right now. It's I see that it's 3rd and 3, but I'm not able to watch the game live. Let's see. All right, let's go to the chat. Let's see what everybody's saying. All right, crazy how Tegra regressed, man. Don't remember it looking this bad and glaring. I agree with you. I like West. He had a couple runs. 70 got slow feet too. Had some losses on that edge. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that Daniels really did bad. I'm not going to complain about Daniels. I mean, it seemed like that edge was really just honestly taking himself out the play. And it looked like Daniels was like waiting on the guy to cut back in, but the guy just kept going upfield. So I'm not blaming Daniels for the guy cutting back upfield. I'm sorry, but if the guy wants to cut upfield and allow my quarterback to step up in the pocket, that's exactly what quarterbacks are supposed to do. Step up in the pocket, let that dude go all the way, and do a 20-yard split. Fine with me. That play calling by Hardline pissed me off. Yeah, some of the play calling, I was like, what are we doing with this? Some of the runs, I was just like, hey, it is what it is, man. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Shout out my guy Ryan Sims. What else we got? Just play the best players. These dudes are getting paid to play. No time to care about feelings. I agree. And that's just how I feel about the running back position right now, man. Like, hey, we understand, you are here. You are the older guy, but right now these younger guys are just playing better than you. Like, they're running like running backs. I'm sorry, man, but the first guy not supposed to be able to get you down alone and you just fall down. Like if it as a running back, the first guy, he either doesn't tackle you or you dragging him for a couple of yards. Like it just doesn't happen with James people like that. And again, like I keep saying, the contact balance that CJ Donaldson just doesn't have. And I really have that. I hate the replay that they showed. I wish I did not watch it. But the engravement of CJ's Donaldson helmet an inch from the touchdown. Look, oh my gosh. He just runs straight down there. It's just crazy. Starting to have concerns about the run game. You should. Those are valid concerns. Tate went off that first touchdown. Crazy. Yeah, I mean, shout out Tate. I can't believe that people, like, that's my thing. Like, people who hate on, like, our wide receivers or anything, like, or not thinking that Tate's going to be a number one wide receiver. I just think y'all crazy, man. Like, Ron Hartline knows what he's doing. These guys are on the field for a reason. Same thing with Ennis, I feel like. Wisconsin did make some good plays, though. I'll give them credit. Yeah, those guys were fighting hard, man. And, I mean, I'll say this. They have more fight for Luke Fickell than Penn State had for James Franklin going up against UCLA and Northwestern. I'll say that. So I know a lot of people are looking for Fickell to be fired. And then when they were talking in the beginning of the game or during the game, and they was talking about all the quarterbacks going down, and I'm like, and then you're looking at the quarterback stats, and it's like, okay, the first quarterback, he got hurt early in the season. His stats weren't that bad. I think that was the quarterback that went up against Bama. Second string quarterback, his stats, it looked like he was cooking. And then it's like the third string stats start looking how you expect. And fourth string stats look how you expect. And it's like, we really blaming Luke Fickell for injuries? Like, is that what Wisconsin fans are doing? Y'all booing Luke Fickell or y'all upset with Luke Fickell because of injuries? I get it. Luke Fickell was wrong when he came with the whole spread. He tried to jump to it too quick. I agree, but I think that Luke Fickell is still a good coach. I agree. Let's see. I like saying actually keep the ball. Yeah. Actually, I like that. And to be honest, man, we got to start adding that in the wrinkle, man. One thing that everybody knows is when we give the ball to our running backs the run game, we just give it to the running back. And you just saw that's every time. They always crash down. It was the same thing when we had CJ Stroud. It was good to see, hey, we weren't putting Julian on the leash. and we're actually letting him run, because that wouldn't have happened with CJ Stroud. But one thing that I do give Ryan Day credit all the time about is that he always adjusts, man. He definitely adjusts. He doesn't make the same mistakes twice. They say Isaiah West looks like a mini Trey out there. A mini Trey. He bigger than Trey. I think Isaiah West is bigger than Trey. But I like the way that he that he runs his like I say it's the Bo and West show, the West and Bo show, the Bo West show, whatever you want to call it, man. But that's what I'm rocking with, man. Shout out Aaron Scott. Hey, that one play was nice. That's what you want to see, man. Guys coming down, silver bullet. He definitely looked like a silver bullet right there, man. Definitely looked like a silver bullet. The starting defense held him under 100. That is near impossible in today's game. Agreed. One thing I can say, I don't know, Wisconsin, it's hard for them to get any offensive identity with all the injuries that they dealt with. And then going against us, it just seemed like it wasn't getting any better. I've been concerned about the run game. We should have had way more points in this game put up on the board. I agree, but I'm not about to complain about that right now. Shout out the Queen. The Queen. Make sure that you check out the Queens every night on the Voice of College Football main channel. Her and Minnie do a great job breaking down college football and giving our guys some great content, man. So make sure you guys check that out. Shout out my guy Johnny, man. He's looking. Johnny, you know what's coming. You know we got that bet. I'm coming for that profile pick, bro. I'm coming. Do you hear me? I'm coming for that profile pick, bro. And you know it. So just get ready for that week. My selection. About to get very interesting. Elite defense, elite QB, elite coaches, below average running backs thus far. I don't think that we have below average running backs. I just believe that we were trying to get the older guys going, and now you realize that the young guys got to get off. They have to. They say Penn State is playing Iowa right now. Definitely interested. I'm going to be watching that game as soon as I get off of here with you all. But hold on. I think Texas Tech is down their quarterback in this game against Arizona State, but it is a battle coming down in the fourth quarter. Arizona State got the ball. They haven't crossed the 50 yet, but the score is 22-19. Texas Tech, let's see if they have a defense, because if they have a defense, then they might be a contender. If they got a defense, they might be. But, I mean, I like what Arizona State's doing. Let's see. You said, is the Penn State, is there a score? Oh, Penn State got 7. Iowa got 3. The field goal is good. Okay. Let's see. Jim knows letting people get down the field again. You letting Iowa get down the field. Like, I'm telling you, bro. Don't tell me that Ryan Day didn't bring out the best in Jim Knowles. Don't tell me that. SMU can beat Miami. We'll see. Didn't SMU seem to struggle today? Am I wrong? Yeah. SMU was struggling with Clemson. They should have put Belt. Like, I feel like if they had to put Belt to Clemson, maybe we'd be talking about that, because Clemson is trash. So maybe if they had done that, we'd be talking, but that's not what happened. Pick and sneak one as well. I have no faith in Pitt. Well, maybe in Pat Menard-Doozy. He might be able to confuse Carson Beck. But, yeah, Miami is Malachi Tony or a bust. Yes, if your quarterback is throwing in the triple coverage, then you got a guy wide open on the side. I thought that it was about to be a great quarterback move because I'm thinking, oh, he's looking at Malachi Tony. He's looking off the safety because the safety bit. And it left the guy on the outside open. And it left him open. And I'm like, he's gonna throw the ball. And I'm like, hold on, it's going past the what? Bruh, that was crazy, man. That was crazy. So yeah, Carson Beck. So that's crazy. We have played 4 different running backs, man. Yeah, we have. And I think that we'll end up settling down by the end of the season. I think you go in this bye week, you talk about it, and I think the biggest crime was just not getting Isaiah West the carries that he needed, but maybe he wasn't ready. So one thing that we know about Coach Locke is your reps are never safe week to week, man. But again, while you are here, hit that like button. If you're watching on X, you know what I need you to do right now? I need you to hit that retweet button. Smash that retweet button if you are watching on the X app. And also hit the like button as well. We appreciate all of you all. Make sure that you guys tune in. We got a special announcement coming. Myself and Garrison should be dropping an announcement. We'll probably drop that tomorrow. It is now 7-7, Washington State, Virginia. Virginia just calls a timeout. Yeah, but with that, again, Ohio State finishes the game 34-0, still the number 1 team in the country. Let's see how these rankings go. I know some people will probably feel that it would be Georgia. Some people feel that it should be Bama after this, but to be honest, I don't care. And to be honest, when the committee come out with their rankings, I pray that they don't put us number 1. Don't put us number 1. I don't care. Yeah, make these boys say, "Oh, they don't believe in us." Yeah, let's work harder. I feel like that. Yeah, I'm like with Ryan Day. Every time it's just rat poison. It's rat poison. Shout out Steve for hitting that retweet button. Shout out the Queen for hitting that retweet button. We appreciate all of you all. And with that, my guys, we are out of here.